let's take a look at number 8. This is from assignment number 23. So we want to find the missing values A, B, C, D, and E. With a problem like this, we want to focus on the individual parts as well as the whole when we look to find values. So we have these smaller triangles right here that contains A and B. E is inside of a small triangle, 40 degrees inside of a small triangle. D is inside of a small triangle, 71, and then this blank one here. But we also want to recognize that there are larger triangles here. All right, so if we take a look between A, 71, and 40, we have a large triangle there. So we'll highlight that. And then we also have the triangle that contains E, this large one here. Okay. So we have these two large overlapping triangles along with the smaller triangle. So if I want to focus on finding A, if I look at the smaller triangle that contains A, I have A, which is an unknown, B, which is an unknown, but I could find due to its linear pair. And then I have an unknown angle here, which is the linear pair with C, so I would have to find C in order to find that. So A is going to be really limited with the small triangle. So instead I'm going to look at the bigger picture, at the large yellow triangle. So A, 71, and 40 are a triangle, so we're going to use the triangle sum formula to find A. So we have A plus 71 plus 40 equals 180. All right. Combine like terms, A plus 111 equal 180. So A is equal to 69 degrees. All right. Now, like I said, B is a linear pair with 130, so I can go ahead and find B. Sorry. It's a little out of your viewpoint. All right, so again, A is a part of this larger yellow triangle, all right? So A plus 71 plus 40 is how we found that value there. Okay, so now let's go ahead and solve B. So B is a linear pair with 133, so they are supplementary. All right, I'm going to subtract 133 from both sides, and B is equal to 47, okay? Now if I want to find C, if I find its linear pair, I can find C. So I'm going to solve for the unknown inside of this small triangle with A and B, and then I can use that to find C. So we have the unknown angle plus A, which is 69 degrees, plus B, which is 47 degrees, add up to a triangle, 180 degrees. So the unknown angle plus 116 equals 180. Subtract 116 from both sides. The unknown angle is equal to 64 degrees. So this unknown angle 64 is a linear pair with C. So C plus 64 equals 180. Subtract 64 from both sides, and I get C is equal to 116 degrees. So as of right now, I have A, B, and C. So let's go ahead and focus on D. D is a part of this small triangle here, but is not a part of a bigger triangle. When I say a part, we're looking at an angle. So the angle for D is both yellow and green, so it's not purely inside of the green triangle or the yellow triangle. So instead I need to focus on this smaller triangle. Well, I have one of the angles is 47, and the other angle I can find because it's a linear pair with 140. So 180 minus 140 is going to be 40 degrees. So I can now find D based on the triangle sum theorem. So we have D plus 40 plus 47 is equal to 180. So D plus 87 equals 180. So D is equal to 93. All right, so the last one is E. Okay, so E is a part of the small triangle up top and the larger green triangle here. So for the larger triangle, I do have 47 degrees, but I would have to find this other angle over here. Now I do know that this is 64 degrees, so this is its vertical angle, so that's also 64 degrees. If I could find this other angle, I could find the third. I'd have to bounce around a little bit, so 140, this right here is going to be 40 degrees because it's a linear pair with 140 and a vertical angle with 40 there. So if I have 71 and 40, that's the same triangle sum equation that I did here for A. So if you take a look, we have an unknown, plus 71 plus 40 equals 180, and our unknown is 69 degrees. So that means that this right here is 69. So that right there is 69 because they're vertical angles. So now that means I could find this corner and use it to find E. All right. So we have our unknown plus 64 plus 69 equals 180. So our unknown plus 60 plus 60 is 120 plus 13. So 133 equals 180. So this is going to be 47. Okay, so 47 here, which means that E plus 47 equals 180. So we'll work over here. E plus 47 equals 180. So E plus of 94 equals 180. Subtract 94 from both sides, and we get E is equal to 86 degrees. So this is not the only way to find E. You could have also taken B 47 degrees and found its vertical angle right here is going to be 47 degrees as well. Okay. D is, we said, was 93, so this right here is going to be 93 degrees. If you take a look, we have 93, 40, and an unknown, but this triangle right here is 93, 40, and 47. So since they all have to add up to 180 degrees, the only option here would be 47 as well, which gives you a vertical angle here of 47, and then you could solve the small triangle, which would be the same equation, E plus 47 equals 180. So again, there's a lot of options. One thing I would recommend is look at it as individual parts and larger parts. The other thing I would think about is jumping around. How many angles can you find? So in order to find E, we really had to use vertical angles and linear pairs all over the place. We use vertical angles here, triangle sum to get this, vertical angles here, vertical angles here, vertical angles here, vertical angles here. So, keeping in mind all of the angle measures that we've already talked about is really important moving forward with these types of problems.